What's up, family? Welcome back. Wanted to make a video. This week is Thanksgiving week, and I wanted to kind of come out and talk about how to make it through the holidays without with the minimal weight gain. So, a lot of these things are kind of obvious, but I just want to talk about all the different things that you can put at your disposal in order to make it through this holiday season without putting too many new pounds into the bank that you'll have to take care of later. So some of the things that I personally do. So first of all, we'll skip forward to the day of Thanksgiving Day. If you're gonna go and have a meal with family, or have it at your house, what have you. First of all, I'm gonna do more cardio that day. Period. Very simple way to give yourself a little bit more breathing room as far as like in order to indulge even just a little bit without any weight gain is to simply do some cardio that morning and or do some cardio after. Most of us are off work that day. If we're going to be working, the meal's probably not going to be a problem. But if we're off that day, then all we got is the meal. It's not that difficult to fit in some cardio. So steady state, extra cardio. I do some in the morning, and then after the meal, usually take a brisk walk afterwards. No matter what, the brisk walk will help you to like digest the food better and like move it on along and help the processes move along, and B, burn off just a few of those calories. Some of the other tips and tricks is stay hydrated, well hydrated with, non-calorie beverages in order to like have less room in your stomach to overindulge. Very simple techniques that'll work, Drink a bunch of water and or diet soda. You're only talking about one day. So even if you're, not a proponent of diet soda, I mean, any kind of 0-calorie beverage for this one day is definitely a positive in order to like take some room up in your stomach so there's less room to like put the food in. Also, water helps you to digest the food well, so it's really just great from a health metric standpoint as well. But then there's like food choices. So many times we go over the meal, and there's all kinds of wonderful, delicious snacks available preceding the meal. And from what I can say here is like, reach for the veggie and the fruit tray instead of, the sausages and the delicious cheeses. Now, don't get me wrong. On this one day, I believe in all things in moderation. And, this day I will have a little piece of cheese here and there. I will have maybe a sausage. But I'm not going to sit here and just eat from that tray. I will indulge in the fruit and vegetable tray and eat a little bit larger volume of snack from this tray because these aren't the things that are going to make me fat. The fats are the ones that are going to add up really quick, and the higher carbs and the fruit. I mean, nobody's getting fat off of just eating fruit. So indulge in some fruit, indulge in some vegetables, but you don't have to like have none of anything. Just don't pound away. Just eat these things in moderation. Then, I go and I make my plate. When I make my plate, it's got majority lean meats on it. I already need the protein for that day. So I'm gonna heap up the lean meats. Meaning like, maybe some white turkey breasts, possibly a couple little smaller, less fattier pieces of ham if it's available, whatever it is, I'm going to lean toward the majority of my meal, some leaner meats, then some of the less fatty carbs on there. If there's green beans rather than green bean casserole, those are going to be a little less fatty option. Now, I'm not saying don't have any of these other items. I'm just saying moderate the things that have the higher fat content with the butters and the creams and all of that kind of stuff. But for me, I'll make a plate and I'll get, literally a bite or two of even the more fattening things, but I just don't have a lot of it. And for me, I actually will cut one of my, 2 of my meals out. The meal that I'm eating during that meal, of course, from my meal prep, I won't eat that one. And I'll usually cut out one other meal. I may even, for some of the rest of the day, have simple meat and or protein shakes and then vegetables and have very little carbs, because at that meal, I'm going to get all the carbs I need for the day. They're all going to come from that. My whole fat content's going to come from that meal. So I just want to make sure I get my protein in for the day, in order to continue to, rebuild muscle and all of that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to eat protein, and then I will have some green vegetables for my other meals in order to, be full and not be hungry, just get some food volume in and then save my actual calories for that meal. Then combine that with a little extra cardio in the morning, a walk afterwards, and with one plate, and then going back for seconds on some of my favorites, and also, eating some more lean protein in that second plate, and just not going overboard, not loading my plate up as high as I can possibly do it, just doing things in moderation, making sure that I just enjoy a little bit of each item. I can even get through the day without adding a single pound and still participating in the meal with everybody else. The rest of the day I'm eating my meal prep, then I'm doing some cardio and such like that. And if you eat even heavier, hey, look, up your cardio from 2 days before to 2 days after. No big deal. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can't outrun a bad diet. If you eat 8,000 calories that day, it's going to take more than just a couple 30-minute cardio sessions to make up for that. But what I'm saying is, don't not participate, just eat sensibly. And then make up for, the little bit of, moderately indulging by doing a little extra cardio. Making the concession of 1 or 2 of your meals of meal prep. Taking some of the carbs out of your other meals and letting them all fall into that meal, and just simply getting mainly protein from your other meals. And drink up, like I said, non-calorie beverages in order to, A, facilitate good digestion, but B, also to make sure, your stomach's a little bit full so you can't eat as much. But either way, no matter what you do on the holidays, don't beat yourself up if you go overboard, Batten down the hatches and, get back to the gym on Friday and or Saturday, what have you. Just get back in there. Don't let one day ruin what you're trying to work toward. Just get back in there and, push forward. Life is good. Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy the time with your friends and family. Just remember that personally, I love you guys. And I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I hope you enjoy your holidays. And I hope each and every one of you has a holiday that's at least as awesome as you are. Love you guys. See you soon.